Not everybody wants to or has that opportunity to make that choice to serve. So it's knowing that your willingness and wanting to it makes a difference. And that's what is very honorable. In fact, you made the choice to do it.
My biggest thing is that you are so devoted. You're devoted to your job and to animals and to the research that you help facilitate, that your passion for life and the life of others means so much. I enlisted in the Army at the age of 17. I was a junior in high school, and 9/11 had just happened. My father, grandfather, and uncle had all been in different military branches, so it had always been in the back of my head that I will probably serve as well.
I just didn't feel college was going to be the route for me. I wanted to get my hands on the career I wanted to be in, so Army was the only choice for me. I was 17 when I finally made that choice. Both my parents had served in the military as well. My mother didn't want me to join at first, so it took a little convincing, but we all felt that this was the best choice for me in my career path. The reason I knew I wanted this career field, growing up, I've always had a love of animals. I've always wanted to work with animals in some capacity. I want to do this. This is what I've always wanted to do. This is what my life is for, is working with animals.
So after basic, you go to your school training or AIT, and we went to San Antonio, Texas for animal care training, and me and Mark were in the same class. He was my best friend, completely platonic. I was 18, he was 17. He was beyond my dating realm. He doesn't think so. But, we went through our school training. We had to repeat our school training and both succeeded and went our separate ways. Being in Germany was very rewarding. I got to live there for a year. I worked at an animal clinic on military base in Germany. The soldiers got to bring their families, including their pets. So we saw cats and dogs. We did their vaccines and their spays and neuters, their dental cleaning. So I worked at a regular vet clinic.
I was in for 8 years, 2 months, 4 days. My first unit was Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, and it took me to my next unit, which was at the Armed Forces Radiobiological Research Institute in Bethesda, Maryland, at the National Naval Medical Center, which it was called at that time. Now it's called Walter Reed National Medical Center. That's where I got to start doing a lot more involved animal medicine. I started to assist more often in surgical procedures and working with a lot more of different species for the different needs that they were in the military. One of our biggest things working with animals in general, not just in the military, is euthanasia. Boda was actually the first animal that I myself had to euthanize. I made it a mission to help other future technicians understand and truly grasp what it means to take a life. And it's not easy. So right now I'm actually an animal care supervisor at UC Davis. It's been a long journey to get there, but that's where I'm at now, and I'm happy this is where I want it to be. It's always been something I wanted to do, is continue to train and be an instructor and to help foster the new era of technicians. In my life, I feel like I've done what I needed to do. I've learned a lot of the skills. I still have room to grow, still have things to learn. But I don't want to be that gate guardian that doesn't share my knowledge with the next generation to help them develop and become great in their careers as well.
We exchanged a couple emails and a couple Facebook messages and, lived our lives for 15 years. And then COVID hit. So I reached out to Mark and was like, hey, remember me? I have some questions. And he's like, hey, I always had a crush on you. you should just move here and marry me. There's no reason for us to be apart. So I packed up my 15-year-old son at the end of June, at the end of the school year, and we drove cross country and moved in with Mark. A year later, we got engaged and we're planning our wedding. When I see other veterans saying thank you, opening up the door for the older community and paying a tab when you can, those are all very memorable moments, teaching moments for my son, and just trying to do the little things so that they know that what they did and the time that they served and the time that I served, they all matter. It doesn't matter how old or how long it was or how long ago it was, your time mattered.
I want to instill for others is just to hear our story, to understand who we are as individuals and how we can still contribute to our communities, not just our time in the military, but the contributions we still make.